Hey kids, it's time once again for another leather of the day. Clap if you're excited.
Yay!
Perfect. Alright. This week's letter is from Billy in Nobody Cares, Idaho. It says, Dear Cloney, my parents watched the news and they told me about the Fountanian people and how their army is evil because it forces its civilian to join the military. They also said the military is evil because they force them to fight the U.S., which is trying to help them. Are they right? Are the Fountanian people evil? Well, Billy, you're right. They are evil. Because, the news never lies to us about anything.
Yeah.
It really can't be that easy, can it?
Of course it's not that easy.
Who said that?
It's me, the most beautiful man on earth, of course.
Who are you?
The most beautiful Screw it, come with me.
Whoa, what did you do? What is this?
That's the great book of military and media coverage and how you should view this media coverage.
Okay.
You see this article? It's about Venezuelan military and how they have to take some time away from the civilians. The thing about this article is that it has a lot of biases in it, including ones that reflect the opinions of certain people, like the spiraling economic crisis going on, which isn't necessarily a 100% deal, and some people don't even view it as a problem in the country. It also has other things like quotes that were specifically chosen to go against the Venezuelan military, alongside images that tell a different story than what might actually be happening within the country's borders. If you want to read more, you can just pause the video and check it out,
So even this article has bias, huh?
Oh, most definitely. But it's not only articles that have biases within them. Here, check the next page.
There's more?
This picture depicts the Chinese military, according to CNN, which was a picture given right after an opinion article on how the US should have more militants.
Yeah, that is kind of weird.
It is weird. Almost as weird as not getting an A on this project, right, Miss CJ? Anyways, I have another thing to show you. A special interview with someone I completely don't know.
Oh, you're taking me somewhere again?
They're very biased. They glorify American, soldier thingies. Yeah, that's the word. And they tend to monsterize the countries in Middle Eastern countries and generalize them.
Back here. What's here? Whoa, there's another sheet.
Yep, a fact page and a wonderful SpongeBob drawing. 1 out of every 20 articles avoids bias. And 90% of daily news readers can pick up on the bias, but only 15% of readers do. Yes, this documentary is hella biased, but it's to educate you, and bias isn't always a bad thing.
Wait a moment. I thought this was all just trying to prove how bias is a bad thing in news.
Well, it's not always a bad thing. You see, sometimes people can give a bias and have it not be forced upon people. In fact, I have 2 examples for you of people trying to tell you about what was happening in other countries when they were a part of the military.
Hey, you want to hear a bit of a secret? You remember when you were a kid and basically you got bullied all the time and stuff? Well, the military's like that, man. The military is just like that, and they're gonna bully like the bullies on the playground. You know what happened? We put the bullies in timeout. We need to put our military in a timeout before they cause a new world war or something. You know what I'm saying, man? Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Hey, how you doing, kid? Mind if I tell you a story? I just got something to tell you about the military. I don't know what you're thinking about with the military right now, but I just wanted to share my personal story, and I see you're looking around for information on us. Will you mind? Well, if you're wondering who I am, my name is John Carter, and I served in the U.S. military. When I was serving, I went to the Middle East. And in the Middle East, I got to know a lot of people in the place I was positioned in. There were a lot of people. I met little kids, I met families, I met men, I met women. It was really nice. And we got to know a lot of the people in the area who treated us very nicely, and things were going well. But what had happened was, while we were there, a part of our group who was there was looking for the oil that was in the fields that they had. And of course their governments and the people in the town who were making money off that oil didn't like that very much. So first they asked us to leave, and of course being the US military, we didn't leave. And then they forcefully asked us to leave, and we didn't leave. So to make a long story short, we had to fight our way through to stay in that town and take their oil. Now, I'm not saying I wanted to do it, and I'm not saying I wanted to hurt my friends there or anything, but when it comes down to it, I was just a soldier following orders, and I feel like they were too. The men and the women who were fighting for them over there. I'm not trying to push anything onto you, but when it comes to the military, sometimes the truth is way harder than helping people. And when it comes to the news and media, sometimes they act like we're helping people. Sometimes we're not. Thank you for hearing my story.
So it's not that simple, huh? It's not just bias is bad or an opinion is good, is it? No, and it never really has been. But the point is that there is good things out there, and as you saw, a story can be told with bias, and you can still get a lot of good information from it.
So there is good news out there then.
Yup, and there are a lot of people with a lot of biases. You just need to weed through everything to find the ones you need.
Well, the world is a very big place.
Yup, and I'm about to make it a little bit smaller for you. Would you mind if I brought you to one more place before I left?
Alright, I trust you. One more thing.
Hey kids, it's Happy. Welcome to Mail Time. Today we're going to be talking about news and how people read it and what's been going on in the news. Specifically, something that we've discussed in Billy's letter. Billy says, "My parents watched the news and told me that the Fountainian people and their army are evil because it forces civilians to join the military. They also said that the military is evil because they forced them to fight the US. Are they right? Are the Fountainian people really evil?" Well, Billy, here's the deal. When it comes to watching news, your parents are giving you an opinion, and this opinion has been given to them by bias, which is in that news form that they're watching. Now, what I would recommend you doing is, instead of straight up telling them that they're evil or saying that the army is evil, you should go ahead and talk to your parents about what they saw, and then watch it for yourself and make your own opinions. In the end, it's all based on what you believe and what you do with the news around it.
Much better. Very much better. In fact, so much better that I had to do this message by letting myself be 4 out of 5 of the people in this video. Heck yeah! But seriously, be safe and be smart with what you're reading. Make sure that what you're reading fits what you're trying to get at, and also be careful about bias. Make sure that you're not reading an opinion and having it forced onto you. Make your own opinions based on the facts that are given, and be sure to be smart. With that, I'm done. I totally deserve an A for this. And you. Yes, I'm talking to you. You're probably wondering who I'm pointing at. Just kind of follow my finger and just stare at the person that's pointing at. You're cool. You're a cool kid. Thank you.